Ashley. Welcome back to When the Lights Go Down. I'm so glad that you're here with us. Today's episode will be a little different because I'm joined by someone who knows me the best, my husband Trey. While he's currently a second year law school student, he's also a lifelong movie enthusiast with a passion for film history, cinematography, and storytelling. Whether we're watching a classic thriller or the latest theatrical release, he's always noticing the smallest details. In this episode, we talk about his favorite directors, how cinematography influences the way we experience movies, and why physical media still matters in today's age of streaming. We also share some of our recent movie recommendations and discuss the films that have resonated with us personally. The movies discussed in today's episode are The Bride, Train Dreams, Hamnet, and we also dive into movies by David Fincher. He's directed Fight Club, The Social Network, Gone Girl, Zodiac, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and many, many more. So if you love movies, filmmaking, or simply hearing two people share their passion for cinema, I think you'll really enjoy today's conversation. So grab your favorite snack, get comfortable, and let's jump into the interview. So everyone, let's welcome my husband, Trey.
Hi everybody. Thanks for having me.
Trey, can you tell the audience what you do?
I'm a law student right now. I'm in my second year, so it doesn't really leave a lot of time for watching movies, but I do a lot of stuff just during the week. Try to make sure that I stay late at school during the week, make sure I have my weekends totally clear for all the family time.
To start, can you tell us who your favorite director is?
I would say David Fincher. I liked a lot of his movies when I was younger, maybe not even knowing like that it was all the same person, the same writer, same director, that kind of thing.
When was the first time you'd watched one of his movies?
I really like Zodiac and Gone Girl is probably my favorite.
So what about what he does draws you to him?
Probably it's like a really like signature color palette with like the dark tones. The seriousness of those kind of movies. Other one of his is like The Social Network. It's like I don't think there's hardly any jokes. I don't think there's many jokes in any of his movies. I like serious t tones, serious color palettes. I even use a lot of the soundtracks when I study now.
Can you elaborate more on the color palettes?
Aside from Benjamin Button, because I think because it's in like that World War One, World War Two era, it kind of has more of like a golden brown to it, just to make it seem like it's older. The rest of the movies, I think, all have like a bluish hue. I think Gone Girl does, which you typically wouldn't see in like a suburban area or something. The Zodiac definitely does because it's always at night. It's, the detectives looking at the crime scene. I mean, we saw that in the Mindhunter series, which is also by
Mhm.
him. It's like those kind of cool, wet alleyways. If you just saw the colors lined up, you'd say you could pick out the movie.
Can you tell us what the most recent movie that you rated on Letterboxd is?
A couple days ago, we watched The Bride together. And typically, we do rate things very similar, but I think that's gonna be one that we might differ on.
What'd you rate it?
I think I gave it like 4.5 stars. I liked it quite a bit. It seemed like it was too short. If I'm walking away from a movie and saying, "Oh, I wish there was more," then I think that that's doing something right.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. Truthfully, I just felt like it was two different movies. I really liked the artistic part of it, where it was black and white and she was kind of going crazy, hallucinating almost. And then the other part seemed too modern.
Like
Mhm.
there was a few scenes missing that could have kind of bridged that gap.
So, do you typically watch movies from this director?
It was Maggie Gyllenhaal, and I don't think so, and I don't think I've ever seen anything. But just seeing from like the trailer that it's like set in that like 1910 kind of time frame that I go like, oh, this is instantly I'm interested.
Mhm.
It's the technology and again like that kind of a color palette and seriousness that comes with those kinds of movies.
More specifically, when you see a movie that you're wanting to watch, what gets you to watch it? Is it the promotion? Is it the trailers? Is it just knowing the director, maybe the actor? Like, what is it that gets you?
Like Twitter and TikTok of what's being made, what's going out there, what's being written right now.
I think for me, promotion is like a really big thing. I prefer to just not know what's going to go on in the movie. I like to be surprised. One good example is a movie we watched recently, The Drama, with
Right.
Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I love the way they did their promotion. Can you share a story of a movie that stuck with you personally?
I have a lot of like nostalgic memories for kind of the experience of seeing a movie. Like I think I could get like really nostalgic for that kind of thing, all encompassing nostalgia for the movies. A big one for me was the fourth Indiana Jones. I have the memories of, getting the popcorn ready and, renting it from Netflix. I think at the time it was Netflix that came in the mail.
But I have two that recently we've watched that kind of is like struck something in me that like I feel personally connected to. One would be Train Dreams, and the other would be Hamnet. Watching that movie, I felt connected in those two ways where I felt, oh, this is like heartbreak for me also. Those both were overall beautiful movies.
Yeah, I think both of those we didn't know that there was going to be a heartbreak, and that was one thing that like again, like the promotional did not give away.
So you introduced me to the Criterion Closet. Can you explain that for us?
The actual physical discs are a big part of like physical media being kind of brought back, curated through the Criterion Company because they'll go through and find physical releases, haven't had restorations. A lot of times there's movies out there that if they're not on streaming, they're just lost. This movie could get changed and altered and stuff too.
One last question. Can you give the audience a movie recommendation?
There's a movie called Collateral from 2004, and it is with Tom Cruise. It's one of those early shot on digital. It has that kind of like digital grain to it. It has that like cool greens color palette. It's shot in LA at night. Just has that kind of cool blue, dark, deep blacks that you can it'll won't even light up the room when you watch it. It has that real dark tone to it, and I
Mhm.
think it really like sets the feeling and the mood for the entire movie.
Thank you so much for hanging out and talking with us.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in and listening to this week's podcast. To bridge the themes we've discussed during this episode, I will be focusing on the Before trilogy. I will be back next Monday with episode 1 of a 3-part mini-series discussing the Before trilogy. If you haven't seen these movies yet, Before Sunrise by Richard Linklater is available to stream on YouTube. It was released in 1995, set in Vienna, starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. The movie follows two strangers who meet on a train and spontaneously get off in Vienna. It is a romantic drama and it shows and expresses authentic human connection. During this miniseries, we will discuss the script, which I deeply love, and the cinematography and the themes expressed in the movies. The following week, we'll discuss the sequel, Before Sunset, also available to stream on YouTube. This was released in 2004 and set in Paris. This movie follows Ethan Hawke's character as he travels across Europe during his book signings. And the following week, we'll discuss Before Midnight, and that is available to stream on Tubi or Amazon Prime. Each movie is filmed 9 years apart, and this is set in Greece. The movie follows the characters reminiscing on life and what different choices might have brought upon them. I hope you all join me and I can bring light to these wonderful movies. So please don't forget to comment any movie or director recommendations so I can check it out. And like and subscribe, and I hope I can see you guys soon.